Hey everyone, this is David and today I'm back with another video. Today you ain't seeing me jumping around. Today I'm gonna give you some tips, especially for beginners which are just starting out. My 5 tips to see weight loss fast. Simple tips which you can incorporate in your daily routine, which makes it easier for you to stick to your plan and also sticking to losing fat for the long term and not gaining it back. Before we start, make sure to like, share and subscribe and share it with everyone who might need some help. Let's dive into it. Starting with tip number 1, and that is incorporate activity. This means starting out with not going to the gym 5-6 times, doing whatever you can, just starting out maybe once a week. If you're not active, maybe once a week incorporating a longer walk, or maybe a super easy and slight jog around the block for 15-20 minutes, or maybe going and starting out at the gym, working out once, maybe twice a week. I don't want you to overdo yourself because you cannot stick to it. The first couple of times you're gonna work out, gonna be super intense for your body. It takes a longer time to recover since it's an absolute shock for your body. So I don't want you to do too much. I want you to start out, and if you go on a walk for once or twice a week, you already gonna lose a little bit of weight because this is something your body is not having right now. So you're burning more calories, you are more active, which means you can either eat more or just lose by slightly maintaining what you're doing. That's the first step. So gradually work your way up if you want to see results faster without changing anything in dieting or like say nutrition wise. Just be more active. Start out by maybe go for a walk once, start with a jog and then work your way up. It can be like on Monday and Friday you're gonna go for a walk, and on Wednesday you go to the gym, and then keep adding up until you're comfortable with a number. For example, 3 times a week you're going to the gym. The more active you are, the easier for you it is to be or stay losing fat and keep that off. You don't gain that anymore. Be active and try to increase the rate on which you're going to work out. Tip number 2, stop drinking sodas. Sodas is the worst thing to do. Why? Because sodas have lots of calories and they ain't even making you full. Like no nutritious value for you. Your body cannot do anything with it. It's gonna flush out again. It's full of sugars. It just keeps make you hungrier. So it's even worse. So not even consuming calories that make you full, but you get hungrier, which means you now have given yourself maybe a can of Coca-Cola, like 40 grams of carbs, which could easily be a portion of rice or a big portion of veggies, which is incredible. But you just drank a Coca-Cola bottle, and now you're having calories, and now you're even hungrier like a half an hour later than it was before. And that's worse. And this is absolutely killing your weight loss. I don't say you never should drink sodas. I mean, if you love a Coca-Cola, if you love an iced tea, whatever it is, try going for options which are low in sugar, which is way better for you because it's less calories. And we all need to enjoy sometimes. I also love cake, I also like chocolate and whatever it is there. But I limit myself to just sometimes. It's never on a regular basis. It's never unintentional, which means I know exactly when I'm gonna drink a Coke. If I'm really having these moments where I'm craving a Coke, and I haven't had one in days, for example, I'm gonna get one. If I love an iced tea, I'm gonna get it. Don't restrict yourself to bad foods. There are no bad foods. There are just foods which have more calories or which are less dense in calories. But the thing is, Don't limit yourself, because then again we have a problem in your head, because then you're always thinking of, oh, I cannot drink this Coke, I cannot drink this Coke. We ain't doing this. We're looking for a solution which is fixing long term. And fixing long term means being intentional when you drink sodas. Also with other things, of course. But for example, with sodas, say to yourself, hey, today I'm really craving a Coca-Cola, and then you're gonna drink a small can, for example. But then again, if you're craving soda the next day, you ain't gonna drink it. So be smart about it. Have one sometimes when you're really craving one, but don't overdo yourself. Always try going for the lower sugar option, which might in the beginning be not or will not be the same, let's say the same experience when drinking it, but you gotta get used to it. And once you had a couple low sugar options and you going back to that full sugar option, it's gonna be a blast. And you thinking like, hey, how could I drink that? It's way too sweet. So your body getting used to everything. So therefore try to limiting yourself with either lower sugar options or consuming way less than you did before. Tip number 3, drink plenty of water. I cannot stress this enough. Drink plenty of water, which means not only drinking like, oh, now I'm a drink like a full bottle of water and I'm good for the day. That's not how the body works. The body needs consistent or like constant fuel of water, which means in the morning when you wake up, you had like 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep without getting any water. You were sweating, you were sleeping, recovering. Your body's gonna use that water, right? So in the morning when you wake up, have a quick glass. Again, at 10 or 1, drink again. At 3, 4, drink again. During the day, you need to drink multiple times to keep feeding your body that water because it needs it. Fuel up on water. It's gonna help you be more focused, also feel better, because the body's gonna tell you when you need water. Your brain's gonna tell you, hey, you're gonna get a headache if you don't drink enough water. Have you ever experienced it's hot outside and you haven't drinking one bit of water, and then all of a sudden the headache kicks in? That's the body telling you, hey, I need water. But don't let it go that far. Also, a very good tip is if you have I am always hungry, I can tell you. Not that I'm always hungry, but I can eat a lot. And what I do prior to eating, I'm gonna have a big glass of water 15 minutes before I eat. So therefore, I'm gonna trick my head and say, hey, the body, or like let's say my stomach is already full or a little bit fuller than before. I'm not as hungry as before, right? And then I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna eat a little bit less. And this worked wonders for me. So try it out and let me know what you think of it. Number 4, watch out for hidden calories. What do I mean by that? I mean, for example, if we compare proteins, carbs, and fats. So one protein has 4 calories. One carb has 4 calories. And now we're having the fats. 1 gram of fat has 9 calories, which means is a little bit more than double the amount of calories. So if you're eating 100 grams of cheese, for example, comes with a lot of fats, which means you're gonna have a higher caloric amount. So then you can eat less during the day. I don't say don't eat fats. Fats are super healthy. You need fats. Your body, your brain needs fats. Your body needs fats. So eat fats, but also watch out for not using way too much oil. If it's dripping in oil, you're gonna have a lot of calories which you cannot use, your body cannot consume, and you're not gonna get full. Olive oil is never gonna make you full, but it is very high in calories, right? Because there's a very high amount of fat. So watch out for using fats in your diet. So yeah, watch out for the fats. Last but not least, tip number 5: choose nutrition dense food. What does that mean? So it means, for example, if you compare good Snickers with some nice nuts, some caramel inside, tastes like heaven. We all know that. But just compare, for example, Snickers with vegetables. A Snickers bar has like 230 calories. 230 calories. It's just full of sugars, chocolate is, it's unhealthy. It's a sweet treat which sometimes I'm gonna have it. You can have it too, don't worry about that. But just compare the foods for a daily basis. A Snickers is 229 calories. If you're looking at broccoli, for example, broccoli, 100 grams of broccoli, 35 calories. Can you imagine? 35 calories. So you can eat 650 grams of broccoli. Compare it to the Snickers, the same amount of calories. The Snickers has 47 grams and the broccoli has 650 grams that give you the same amount of calories. You see the difference? That's crazy. Even crazier, tomatoes. 100 grams of tomatoes have 18 calories, which is nearly nothing. You could snack on tomatoes the whole day. I don't recommend that. You need a variety of foods, but it's so low in calories, which means 18 calories. You can eat 1.2 kilograms of tomatoes compared to 47 grams of Snickers. So you can choose 1.2 kilograms of tomatoes. That's a whole bunch of food. I can tell you, it's gonna make you full, extremely full, compared to that small Snickers you're having sometimes. And if you compare these foods, you see you can eat way more, feel full, feel good, because there's also a lot of vitamins coming and nutrients coming with it. Or you can have a small Snickers, which gonna even give you a headache. Oh no, I ate that Snickers again. It's the third Snickers in a day or 2 days, and you feel bad. If you're eating veggies, you don't need to feel bad. But then again, if you're full, you're not craving as much sweets and sugar as you do when you haven't eaten yet. For example, if you didn't eat the whole day and you're getting hungry and you're looking for food to eat. Like there's so many things which you could eat and you start snacking on everything. But if you would have just had a consistent and good meal which is containing a lot of nutrients, has a lot of variety of foods, then you're gonna be full and you're not gonna crave as much sweets as you normally do. Therefore, compare what foods you have at home and what would be a good addition to these foods, and what should be an exception, what should be on a daily basis, what should be on a weekly basis. So it's actually super simple. Make a list what foods you should eat on a daily basis and what foods you should eat on a weekly basis. And then whenever you're craving that food you really like, or for example that Snickers or that soda, and drink it and enjoy it. You need to enjoy it too. So don't restrict yourself, but limit yourself. That's a big difference there. I hope you liked the tips. I hope you learned something. If you have anything else you want to talk about, if you need further detail on how you should structure your day or how you should go by doing all that stuff, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to help you out with your nutrition tips. For now, that's it. We'll see you in the next video.